Hello, I am Test Drive and welcome to episode 24 of Forza Motorsport 2. We're in this episode. We're back in this car because we have one more race series I have to do with this car. Basically, we have to do the factory spec races. We're going to kind of jump around here because apparently I have everything unlocked now, which is nice. Apparently everything was unlocked at level 20. But we're going to go to the factory spec races and we're going to be doing the Porsche 914.6 challenge, and it's of course limited to only this car. Problem is that it allow upgrades must be no. So we have to set our upgrades to no real quick. Or I don't even know how to make any kind of sense out of that. I don't even know what I upgraded on this car. I just think it's funny that it says allow upgrades must be set to no. That is some English right there. I didn't do anything else to that. Oh, I put on brakes apparently. I don't remember what I used this car for. Maybe the European Championship? I don't know. Something. Transmission. I don't think I would have done any of that. Definitely didn't do that. Tires. Ready for some slow-ass cars? I think that's everything. And I can't do any of this, of course. Well, I can't do just that. There's only one thing you can do body-wise to this car. But we're going to paint it. I don't really think I've showed off the paint job yet. So basically, you can paint cars. You can add decals. You can do window tint. You can take a picture of it. Save the current design. Erase everything that's on it. Or take a saved thing and put it on this car. We can paint the body, the brake discs. Not the discs, the calipers, the hood, and the mirrors separately, even though this car only has one. Don't know how this works, because it only has one chrome mirror. Whatever, we're going to change the color of it. We have metallic colors and special colors. Special colors are pretty neat. They got some like two-tone stuff and some other fun things. It's like green and brown. Green and copper. Ooh, that's a green. I think it also, yeah, you can pick manufacturer colors too, which is nice. So if you win a car, but you want a different manufacturer color, you can select it here. So I drove, back in the day, I drove a 914 that was this color. I also drove one that was this color, I think. Maybe this color, I don't remember, it was green. I drove two 914s, but I think we're going to go with silver. Just to honor the one that I drove. And that's about it. And if I would have had aftermarket wheels, it would have given me an option to paint the wheels here too. Which is nice. A nice touch. But we will go ahead and go race at our factory spec race, and we can enter it now. I showed you everything that allow upgrades must be set to no. But we have 3 tracks: Mugello short, Silverstone short, and Maple Valley short. Let's get started on Maple Valley. Lots of fun. It's going to be slow. You ready for slow cars? Like literally the slowest. The slowest car I've raced so far. Wow, put me in 6th place. Thanks. Very nice. Very cool and good. Trying to turn that volume down a little bit. Go, little 914. Aha, I get a better launch in them somehow. By spinning my tires. Because they really don't like spinning their tires. For whatever reason. Hello, orange 914. I need to pass you. So I don't think I ever drove a 914.6. All the 914s I drove were like the not 6. I think the 6 indicates that it's a 6-cylinder, a flat 6. I don't remember specifically, because I'm not well versed on 914s, but I think that's what it means. And neither of the ones I drove were 914.6s. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Apparently, they are neat cars though. Both of them though that I drove, the shifter felt like you were just kind of trying to get a bowl of, or trying to get spaghetti out of a bowl with a spoon. They weren't very accurate at all. I mean, they weren't very tight. Just it was kind of like a Volkswagen bus. If anybody's ever had experience with a Volkswagen bus or a Volkswagen Beetle, nonetheless, that's pretty much what the shifter in these cars feels like. I'll take a photo. Even though, well, I'm not that far ahead of the AI. Let's see, I guess the sun's on the back over here. It's like straight on the back. Gross. Try that. Because it should be on one side now. Haha. Down, 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 the flames went higher. Alright, I'm gonna put this car like right there. I've noticed a very continuous trend with my my thumbnails. I either get, well, usually I either get a front 3/4 or rear 3/4 angle shot. It doesn't really go far outside of that. Not saying I haven't, because there's been a few where I've gotten like a straight shot of the back or the front or the side of a car, but they're usually the just a 3/4 shot of some sort. But hey, it works. It shows the car. It does what a thumbnail needs to do, so I don't call that good. They don't really need to be that fancy. I just had a silly idea that I may or may not talk about in a few minutes. Would this idea be a good one or a bad one? I don't know. I'll decide, maybe. I'm bad at making decisions. Bug. You better stay out of my candy corn, you bitch. Because I have a decent sized bag of candy corn right there that I've been slowly eating on for like the last couple of hours. Because hey, I went to Walmart and I was like, hey, I want candy corn. So I bought a thing of candy corn, and I also bought a bag of the whatever it's called, like autumn mix or something, where it's like the candy corn. You have like the chocolate candy corn, which I'm not a huge fan of. I can eat them, but they're not that great. And then also the little pumpkins that taste like candy corns. And so far, I've dug into the bag of actual candy corns. The other one's probably going to wait until I finish this bag, because there's not really much of a difference between the two. The only difference is like the chocolate ones, and like I said, I'm not a huge fan of them, so I'm not too much in a hurry to try and eat those. I feel like this episode's going to be fairly long. Maybe, maybe not. It's only 3 races, I think. But we're getting 11 grand. Well, probably like 16 grand off of them, which will be nice. Very nice. I'd like to buy one of these cars and see if I can figure out how to make the shifter nice. Because that was like the only problem I had with the cars, was the shifter feeling just stupidly vague. Otherwise, they were a fun little car to drive. The ones I drove at least ran good, and didn't really have any problems with like just drivability in general. And they're really, really light, so they actually go around corners pretty well as well. Wow, 0.008 better than my split time. Good job. And the interiors are surprisingly not that cramped in these. Like, I've been in lots worse cars than these. You can tell it's actually pretty decently sized. Because basically, like, you have the front, like, the front trunk, I guess you call it. And then the back, right behind you is the engine. And then there's a little trunk space behind that. That actually the hardtop fits directly into, because, you know, these have a removable hardtop. At least the top section of the roof comes off, and you can actually fit it behind the engine in the back of this car. But like other than that, it's basically just interior space, and it's not too bad. Not too shabby at all. If I could find one for a good price, I'd probably buy it. Well, not now, maybe. Whenever I have money and have at least 1 or 2 more cars that I really, really want more than something like this. Although you never know, something might come up and be like, hey, that's a good deal on a 914, and just be like, oh yes, give me. Let me buy this 914 real quick. Remember my whole posture thing. Honestly, I'm just trying to fix my posture so I don't have back problems. Well, don't have as bad of back problems, because I'm sure I'm going to have some. If not a lot, because it kind of runs in my family. But if I try and sit up and have decent posture while doing this stuff, it might stop some of that from being so quick. Hey Dan, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. The bug just literally landed on my nose. Move the chat real quick. Move it like up there. Alrighty. Continue. 17 grand, not too bad for a sub 10-minute race. We got to car level 2, which is neat because this car didn't even start out at car level 1 because, of course, I already used it because I was stupid and I didn't realize that it had a 1-make race. I want to kill this bug, but it's on my microphone. Ha! I got it. I hope that's like the last one, because I haven't seen any more than that one. But I know there's going to be one somewhere. But whatever. We'll get to that when we get to that. GTA 4 on PC. I just saw a fucking bug. Oh, you son of a bitch. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. It's on the... It's quit getting on the microphone, you dumbasses. Alright, whatever. We're just going for it. GTA 4 is a game I want to play through. Specifically all of the GTA games. Except for 1 and 2. I'm not really interested in playing those. Like, I might stream them at some point. Because I have them on PC. Because I bought the Steam package that that had every single GTA game in it up to 4, I think. It included GTA 1 and 2 at that point. Except for GTA London. Didn't have that, but I think that's a PS1 exclusive. But like at least GTA 3 through 5, I'd like to play on, like, do playthroughs at some point. Oh yeah, Chinatown Wars is also not on PC. And Liberty City Stories. And what's the other one? Vice City Stories? That's on PSP? Wasn't Chinatown Wars on mobile? Like, as in mobile phones as well? I'm pretty sure it was. It wasn't just on PC or PSP. And maybe even DS. I don't remember. Because I remember playing it. I don't know if I actually, like, bought it for my phone. But I definitely remember playing it in some degree. I don't remember how or why. It's been years since I've played a mobile game on my phone. It's been years since I played a mobile game in general, honestly. Like, it's not like I've just picked up my PSP and been like, wow, I want to play Test Drive Unlimited randomly on PSP. That hasn't really happened. GTA Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories on PS2 as well? I would not know because I've never played them. I remembered they were on PSP, but nothing else past that. And those could be included in my playthrough series of the GTA games. Because they are different GTA games, so I mean, I have no reason not to play through them at some point. It's just I don't own them at the moment. This car is so slow. This is actually like one of the lowest rated cars in the game, PI rating wise. I think the lowest might be the Mercedes 300 SL, maybe. Which I find kind of funny because it's actually like a decently good car. It's not too terrible at handling, like in real life, I should say. That's why they used it for racing back in the day. But I don't remember if there's anything lower than that. It's like 180 something. It's fucking I hate these bugs. I need like a trap or something to take care of them. Because I'm definitely tired of them flying around my face. Maybe I'll do that after work tomorrow. Because something needs to be done about this. I've been complaining about these little bastards for like 3 weeks now, if not longer. And they're still popping up. And I don't know where from. Because it's damn near winter outside, and they shouldn't be existing here. And they're not even like ladybugs or anything. They're just fucking like little small flies of some sort, like fruit flies. I think that's what they call them. They are called. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They're annoying. I need to take care of them. That's that. Why is there a cone knocked over there? Oh, hello. You. Why are you so far ahead of the other AIs? What the hell? Why are the AIs like spaced out a little bit? I don't understand that. We're all in the same car. These are definitely not drivatars of any sort. Drivatars of any sort. I said that really weird. So I don't know why they're like so spaced out. Especially this one, like in second place. Way the hell out ahead of third place, not first place. I don't know. Still can't catch me though. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. I also think it's funny that these cars have a Volkswagen badge on the back of them. In between where it says 914.6 and Porsche, there's a Volkswagen badge. I think Volkswagen helped develop the engine, if I remember right. Because, like, you know, they're both flat 4s or 6s, so... And they're both in the back. Well, kind of. This one's in the middle. Close enough to the back, though. It's not in the front. That's all that matters. God, this is such a slow race series. Like, I think the sweet spot of, like, the classes for racing, for, like, entertainment-wise, is, like, C through A. I think that's about where the most entertainment comes from. Because in our class, like, it's just race cars, and, you know, race cars handle really good stuff. When you get, like, C through A class, you get, like, more normal cars with normal tires and normal handling. It's kind of interesting compared to just race cars with race tires and nothing else. At least to me. Could be different to everybody else. I mean, not saying it could be. It probably is different for everybody. But that's the way I think about it, at least. I think you can also take out the rear window of this car now I think about it. Pretty sure you can pop out the rear window, like a Del Sol. I don't remember specifically about that one, though. Because I don't think I ever did it. I mostly just took the roof off and then just left it at that. Alrighty, and there we go. There's our second race done. And Rossi came in second. Oh yeah, that's something I never mentioned. This game introduced all of the driver names. Well, I don't think I noted or mentioned it. But yeah, driver names exist in this game for the first time. Forza 1 was just like, you're racing against this car, this car, and this car. There's no actual driver names, but in this game, they actually were like, hey, let's give the drivers personalities. And then, you know, if you hit the right bumper and go to that menu, there's like a list of all the different racers and, you know, how many races they've won and how much money they've earned and lost and whatever. Definitely adds a little bit of a interesting thing to the game. Definitely a welcomed addition. Because then you have M. Rossi, the beginning of M. Rossi. Maria Rossi. I like how Rossi's also in an orange 914 instead of a painted red one. Because I'm pretty fucking sure that in like Forza 3 and 4, every car she drives is painted red, no matter if it came red from the factory or not. I just remember lots of red cars. I used to mess around with ENB and stuff on GTA 4. But that was back when I had a poo-poo computer. I mean, if I did it now, I'm sure it would be great. But I haven't had the interest to do so in a long time. But maybe I'll do that sometime. Mess around with that and stream the game for a little bit or something. Because it's definitely something that was interesting to me. And I had all kinds of car mods and shit too. You know, the trainer that you could just like spawn any car you wanted. It's basically manipulate the entire game. It's great. Totally legal, by the way. I mean, it's not really illegal, but it's not the preferred way to play the game from the developers. I'm not surprised that it's getting more cars. GTA 4 has a surprisingly loyal fan base, and a fairly large one at that. So I'm assuming that game will be getting cars and all kinds of mods and crap for who knows how long into the future. Maybe now I want to check it out again. I want to go look at the forums. I want to go look at the car mods. Because I had all kinds of weird car mods whenever I played the game. One I specifically remember was a Dodge Ram, a second-gen Ram dually. EMB and Most Wanted. Can't say I've ever seen that one. I've seen Most Wanted with the yellow filter taken off, which looks pretty good. But I've never seen it with EMB. I also want to find Most Wanted, Underground 2, and Carbon for PC. Maybe Underground 1 too. Because every other game after that I have on PC. I have Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, Hot Pursuit. Literally every other NFS game other than Payback. Payback is the only newer NFS game that I don't have on PC. And I have it on something else. I don't have 2015 at all. Green without yellow light, everything's blue. Huh. I guess I could see how that would kind of work, because they probably just, you know, put the yellow filter over whatever, you know, whatever graphics thing they had. So if you take it off, then it gets wonky still. Man, now that I actually have like a good computer, I should try out some of that stuff again, like EMB and graphics mods for whatever games. I need to reinstall TDU Platinum. That's what I need to reinstall. Should do that at some point soon. Because, like, I have the base game of TDU installed, but I don't have Platinum installed. Because I think something was broken with my download that I had, and I haven't gotten around to re-downloading it yet. Because I don't want to download fucking uTorrent. Penalty. 0.33. 0.033. Shenanigans. That's what I call that. Last lap of the last race that I have to do with the 914. And they can go away and never be seen again. Because damn it, I'm not going to use it twice or 3 times. It was in Russian. There's a surprisingly big Russian community of, like, gamers out there. You'll find that with any game, honestly. I have. I know that. Basically, any game that doesn't have, like, region-specific servers, you'll find a lot of Russians in. Which isn't a bad thing, of course. It's just interesting. Like, I'm sure I've found some people from all over the world in TDU or Paradise, Project Paradise. I've seen all kinds of languages go through that game. There we go. There's that done. Am I gonna hit level 23? I think it is. Is it 23 or 22? 22. Hell yeah, I did. And car level 4. Which is something I haven't done so far. There are new classic Corvette models available in the Chevrolet dealership. And we reached reputation level 4. Get 10% discount on tire compound upgrades by Pirelli. Works for me. For whenever I use a Porsche again sometime. Who knows when. There we go. We got a race car out of that too. We got a 911 GT3 Cup. I believe that's a 997 too. And we received 16,500 credits for completing it. Which is pretty neat. And here is our first race car. It's a Porsche. And it is not a 997, it's a 996. Huh. Interesting. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. I can look at it later. So there we go. There's our first of the factory spec races done. So you can tell, here's the others if you're interested in what cars are in them. You can just kind of pause whenever you see something that you want, in the video at least. But yeah, we'll be taking on something. I have 199,000 credits, so we might go back and do some other races I need to buy cars for before going on to more of that. But we'll find that out soon, so thank you all so much for watching this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.